In our top story, results have started pouring in from the Free State's Metsimaholo by-election. The ANC went head-to-head with its alliance partner, SACP, for the first time. The preliminary results indicate that the ANC seems to have won 11 wards. The by-election also saw the South African Communist Party contesting polls outside the ANC-led alliance. The Communist Party was projected to get over 10% of the vote, which some say is an achievement for a first time. Initial results also seem to be dispelling the notion that the ANC would get below 50% of the vote. However, questions remain about the SACP affecting the ANC's victory margin. Now, the results of these by-elections are highly anticipated and crucial for a variety of reasons. For the ANC, it is almost a prestige test on whether they can win back the municipality from the DA. And for the SACP, the by-poll results will be an indicator of how the party is received on the ground by the people. And for the Democratic Alliance, it has long been a long-drawn test of its coalition formula, through which it had originally managed to come to power here. And for the EFF, this one is a crucial test of how many votes it can retain in these local polls. Now, joining us live is Giovanni Machane, ANN7 reporter. She's coming to us from Metsimaholo. Good afternoon to you, Giovanni. Could you just take us through the details of how the by-election polls have come along so far? I understand it's neck-to-neck with the ANC and the alliance partner, the SACP.
Good afternoon to you, Audrey, and good afternoon to the viewers. We do know that voting for the Metsimaholo by-elections closed yesterday at 9 p.m. It is reported that all VDSs, which is the voting stations, were closed at 9. If you were in the line, obviously, you did continue and vote, and then it closed. So there was no spats, no drama, no violence happening at the voting stations, which is a good heads-up, understanding the kind of slogan that the Independent Electoral Commission has of, a free, open, transparent kind of a voting system. So now today we do know that the vote counts were started yesterday at around 10 p.m. This has been going on with updates of how wards are going. As you've stated, the ANC is proud of containing their 11 wards which they had, and they do know that they have already started with preparing for their celebrations, knowing that behind these walls behind me, we see the truck now going in, but where the gate is opening, tight security, police surrounding the area. That is actually where the IEC officials are counting the votes. So we await the official outcome of who has how many seats in the municipality, who has taken over. But it seems that celebrations are not far for the ANC. We know that the Youth League have also said that they will come out all guns blazing, standing behind their organization with the senior leadership. We also do know that yesterday, leadership of the SACP, being Solly Msimanga, came out. Solima Baile, came out, and he was also lobbying in the Zamdela area, where all of these parties have come out. Definitely all hold bars was happening yesterday in the Zamdela region, where the campaigning was at large. The rain was not stopping anybody. So it seems that these are very crucial by-elections, understanding the type of parties that came out. Apparently 14 parties were going head-to-head in these by-elections. This is almost a perspective on how many presidential candidates this year that the ANC has as well. We do know more than 2-3 candidates is asking for more than enough. A lot of campaigning has been taking place in the Metsimaholo region, understanding that the DSG, National DSG, Jesu Duarte, at the PGC of the Free State on Tuesday also did make mention of the kind of behavior that the ANC members should go into such a voting environment with. They need to understand that whatever leadership is chosen, the first thing comes first, which is the people. And definitely here in the Metsimaholo region, the people have been stating that their call is for excellent basic services.
Now, Giovanni, we know yesterday there were allegations of a vote rigging coming from the ground, particularly from the SACP. The local government minister, Des van Rooyen, has said he's very happy with how the polls have been conducted thus far. But what is the mood like on the ground? What are the voters saying? And what are their sentiments with regards to this obviously very spectacular voting poll with the alliance partners going head-to-head?
Indeed. Yesterday, we do know that Minister Des van Rooyen did come out in his national capacity to oversee the kind of logistics that are happening in terms of the by-elections here. Unfortunately, his visits to the voting stations had to be cut short. This with obviously respecting that behind his national and ministerial kind of obligations, he is a member of the ANC, which other parties found that to be quite unfair. So that had to bring a stop to his, overseeing the type of security, the balances that the voting stations. We also do know that all in all, the parties have been well behaved, just campaigning, doing their best to reach out to the people of the Metsimaholo region. We also understand that it has been quite difficult moving into such a space with a number of town halls, discussions being held between the people. We do know that although you represent your party, neighbors may be friends, and that has caused quite a stir up in the neighborhood. But we await the results to find out who takes over from the municipality, knowing that the reason for this by-election is that the coalition of the DA and the EFF was dismantled, and now we await to see who will be taking the authority and who will be leading the people to providing them with basic services.
Giovanni, we'll leave you to it. Thank you for giving us that update. Giovanni Machane, they're joining us live from Metsimaholo municipality. By-elections are underway, and she was just giving us the preliminary results that have come in so far, neck to neck, the ANC with alliance partners, SACP, but she's alluding to the fact that perhaps the ANC could get a few votes ahead of the SACP. Of course, we'll be keeping our ears on the ground for that poll as the results continue to trickle in. We'll be keeping you updated.